Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be going over the top 10 brawlers inside of the game. So let's hop straight into it. Just before we get into our top 10, we're going to have a couple honorable mentions. So we're going to have Rosa, BB, and Mortis as the honorable mentions. They all are similar types of brawlers where they're very aggressive and they're hard to kill. You're going to have Rosa with her new gadget that slows enemies in bushes and allows you to see the enemies in bushes. And that is honestly really why you see a surge in play with Rosa. And that is why Rosa kind of came back to the meta a bit. But for BB's gadget and her shield together make her extremely hard to kill. And that is going to be kind of why BB is so good right now, just because she is an absolute tank. And then you have Mortis that counters all the squishy brawlers inside the game and can start cycling supers very easy if you can't kill them very quickly. So those are going to be our honorable mentions. So let's get in the top 10. All right, guys, at number 10 we're going to have Jessie. Now I know some of you are probably a little bit surprised to see Jessie in the top 10, but yes, Jessie has been very good lately, especially on maps like Sneaky Fields where the bounces help spot out the enemy in the bush. And then also her turret has been extremely good right now, especially if you can place it behind a wall and they don't have a thrower or they don't have like something like a Jackie to help take that out. And then you're just going to be able to spam it. And then if you get too close, she can just slow you. And it's going to be super annoying to take out. And that is going to be why Jessie hits our top 10. At number 9, you're going to have the tank counter herself, Colette. Now, Colette has been absolutely insane in changing the tank meta. You're not going to see as many tanks anymore just because they run the risk of running into a Colette. Now, if you're going Colette and they have tanks, you're just going to shred their HP so fast. And they're going to have a real hard time doing anything inside the game. And that is kind of why Colette has been so good. But not only that, Colette has been actually insane in Heist, because once you super the safe, you gain this crazy shield and you become super tanky and almost impossible to kill. And then you can keep cycling your supers onto the safe, doing like 20% at a time. And that is going to be why Colette is extremely good in Heist. And that is going to be why she made our number 9 spot. At our number 8 spot, we're going to have Sandy. Now, the main reason we're going to have Sandy at number 8 is honestly because of the super. Once he gets his super, he creates an invisible field where his whole team can use to their advantage, and it causes the other team so much problems. And then once you get your first one, it's actually pretty easy to keep cycling them, or at least get close to your next one. And then that is going to cause so many problems for the enemy team. But not to mention, Sandy does a ridiculous amount of burst damage, and also is actually a decent counter to Stu right now. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, guys, that is going to be why Sandy gets our number 8 spot. So let's get into the 7th. All right, guys, at number 7, we're going to have Amber. Now, Amber has been in the meta for quite a while now and is still very strong, even besides the nerf. Amber is so good at controlling the map with her flames. Her gadget gives her a speed boost, and then also she just does a ridiculous amount of DPS damage, and she can like melt bots, melt people, she can melt anything in the game, and her ammo is basically unlimited, and you can't dodge. So you can't dodge the shots. So Amber is just very good right now, and overall a great brawler, great pick, and that is going to be why Amber gets the 7th slot. Alright, guys, at number 6 you're going to have my favorite brawler, Sprout. Now I wish I put Sprout a little bit higher in the list, but I know some people would disagree. Now Sprout is actually insanely tanky and does so much damage. Right now Sprout is so good versus all the squishy brawlers because you can 3 or 4 shot them if you just hit your shots, and then not to mention you can use your walls to protect you or block off the enemy. Just experiment with the walls and you can make some crazy insane plays. And I don't even know if I have to say any more. You guys seen some Sprout gameplay from me. Sprout is actually insane, so that is going to be why Sprout gets number 6. Alright, guys, at number 5, you're going to have the best healer in the game. You're going to have Byron. Now, Byron is so good on open maps right now just because of his extremely long range. You're going to have a real hard time beating Byron on any long range map just because he's going to outrange you for the most part. Unless you're Piper or a Nanny, yeah, you're going to have a hard time killing him. And then not to mention the gadget just heals him over time if he takes any damage. So one of the reasons Byron is so good is just because you don't always have to shoot the enemy. You can actually just shoot your teammates, easy shots on your teammates, and they should just going to heal up like 500 HP per second, and they're just not going to die. As long as you keep shooting them, they're going to have a real hard time dying. They're going to have to take a lot of damage before they go down, and that is going to be kind of why you're going to see a lot of comps with like Byron BB, Byron Colette. The other team is going to struggle so much to actually kill them, and then that's kind of just why Byron's meta, because it's so easy to heal your teammates. and he has such big range. Nothing else to say. That is why Byron is OP. Alright guys, so we're getting into the top 4 here. Now this is starting to get a little bit difficult to place them. They're all so good, but you know, we had to place them somewhere. So we're going to have Ruffs at number 4. Now, I know a lot of people think Ruffs is number 1, and you could argue that he's number 1. We're going to place him at number 4 just because he does have some counters. Now, there is ways to play against Ruffs. Even though he's super OP right now, you can counter him in a sense. But the reason Ruffs is so good right now is honestly because of his super. If you give his super to your OP brawler teammates, they're going to have a really easy time winning their lane, and then they're just going to be able to dominate the game if the other team can't kill them in time. So the other team has to be extremely coordinated in getting these kills, and if they can't, then Ruffs, once he gets like all his teammates powered up, the game is pretty much over as long as you don't die. And then that is honestly basically the only reason why Ruffs is super OP. His shot and his sandbags are also still pretty good, but again, it's the super that makes him super OP, so that is going to be why he gets our 4th spot. Alright, at number 3, we're going to have Max. Now, Max is one of the fastest brawlers in the game. Also, Max basically has 0 counters in the side of the game. There's definitely no hard counters, maybe a couple soft counters, but guys, if you run Max almost with any team comp, it's going to kind of work out. And that's why you see Max so much in pro play, because the other team can't counter and it becomes more of a skill matchup. And not only that, the speed works so well with teammates. If you coordinate your speed with your team, you can make so many easy plays with the speed, and you can just regain control very easily. And that is going to be why Max is so good right now, and it's going to hit our number 3 spot. All right, guys, at number 2, you're going to see probably the most picked brawler in Power League. We're going to have Mr. P. Now, Mr. P, a brawler itself, is not crazy, guys. I'm telling you, Mr. P, if he didn't have his super, wouldn't be that crazy of a brawler. But guys, it's porters, porters, porters. You have so many porters on the map. It's so hard for the other team to deal with. They have to waste ammo. They have to stop their healing. They have to do so many things to just kill the porters. And guys, if you get your porters and you place them in a safe location, it's almost like a 4v3 in the game. They're wasting so much ammo. Not only that, now Mr. P has another gadget that allows him to place a porter on the map whenever he wants, so that even helps him regain control of his lane or win his lane in the first place. And the enemy team has to waste ammo on that porter, and you can just push up and then get free shots to help you charge your super. So Mr. P is just so good right now. It scouts them out, stops their healing. I can't even say anymore. Mr. P is very good right now. If you're playing Power League and you have first pick and you don't know what to pick Mr. P. All right, coming in at number 1 spot, we're gonna have Stu, the newest brawler inside of the game. Now, Stu is so good just because he can dash all over the map. You can basically just press auto aim dash, and you know, you can get across the map in seconds, and you can make some crazy plays with Stu. And not only that, his gadget is actually very good as well. If you place it behind a wall and they don't have any way of taking it out, you're basically giving your team an extreme speed boost. So you can imagine like an 8-bit just with regular speed inside of that gadget, and he doesn't even have his super yet. So those are kind of reasons why Stu is so broken. Now, there is a couple soft counters to Stu. Don't get me wrong, you can kind of play against Stu, but if you pick something like Frank or BB, you're going to have an absolute terrible time inside of the game because you're not even going to be able to get a shot off. Now, Stu is just going to dash into you, shoot, dash into you, shoot, and you're not even going to be able to play the game. So that is going to be why Stu is at our number 1, and he's absolutely OP, guys. So ban him inside of Power League if you're not already. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for the video. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, please hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know if you did enjoy this type of video, and I'd love to make another one for you guys if, in the future updates. Peace.